So Matt, just to give you some history, I'm going to kind of repeat myself here, but one of the things that was important to Dave and Matt when I started was, top three things that they wanted me to really look at and address when I came on as a consultant. And they said they wanted to really uh, create a new hire experience that was everlasting, right? So not only on the first day, but until the last day with the company. Wanted to stay
Yep.
close to these new hires, so 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, and they wanted it to be, they wanted the employees to feel just as special on the first day that they hopefully will at 90 days. And so part of that was to innovate for all the education and the great articles that both you and your mother and whoever else write there pushed out. So these guys, they really they respect that, and they've paid attention to it, and they understand the importance of making these new hires feel welcome, but also they want them to uh, feel like they're a part of the family forever. And so when I came on board, we just the process is really just, you know, having a thorough interviewing process and meet more than just the hiring manager, so that feel they get a feel for the culture through some of the other folks that work at the company. And then after that, obviously, going through Innovative, we negotiated salary. We stayed close to our recruiter, Natalie Phillips, and so that all was just perfect. Um, but really, it was your coaching that said, "Hey," because we were trying to get this candidate across the finish line, and it was recommended, "Hey, you know what? You might want to just give her a call and have a discussion." And we did, and we loved it, and it was such a good kind of aha moment. Like, we need to continue to do this going forward for all of our hires, just to have a conversation that really falls outside of the process of just more of a personal, hey, just want to follow up. We really want you to come on board. How you feeling? What is, it's just really personalize that.
Yep.
So that was a home run for us, and we loved it. And we will do that on all hires, no matter what level of the company you're going to be joining. Right.
Yeah, and just to preface, like we try to give, all of our clients a lot of advice, right, on how to to call them, to try to make it as personal as possible. But not many small businesses kind of give us the, okay, we're going to take your advice and then we're going to go kind of the extra mile with it, which is what Kara and Barranco has done. And so it's the reason we wanted to talk to you guys. Is like, hey, you took our advice, you even went beyond what we asked you to do, and created a white glove kind of experience, for our candidate, and she ended up accepting. And so we kind of we want to highlight that, and then to hear anything else about what you and Barranco are doing to kind of keep that going as well.
Yeah. So again, thanks to Innovative for that advice. And for those that are on the fence about actually following the advice, do it. It is so worth it. And you're building such a level of comfort and trust. And that's what these new hires want to know that they're walking into. They're walking into a relationship that just feels good, right? So if
Yeah.
they feel good before they start, they're going to feel great when they start, and they're going to
Yeah.
stay. And
Yeah,
so
you want them to feel almost, I mean, it sounds cheesy, but like loved as soon as they walk in the door, right? You don't want them to get off on a foot of like, okay, do I belong here? Do I not belong here? Because we
right.
always release the stats that like there are still so many decisions that are happening in people's heads, their first 30, 60, 90 days of, am
Right.
I going to last here? And if you're still rolling out the red carpet for them, their willingness to stay for the 2, 3, 4, 5 years, yeah, plus, just goes dramatically up. So
Yeah, and I think a part of that is, obviously the experience up to the offer, and then of course the first day, we knew Beth was joining us, and we said we want to do something special for her. This is we knew, she was coming back into the workforce, and she, was working from home, and she has children, all of that. Not to get too personal on all of that,
yeah,
but we wanted her to feel special. So, we had these really pretty sunflowers on her desk when she showed up, and we had just a framed picture that says "Welcome to the Barranco family," and then
yeah,
there were some chocolates or whatever, and she loved it. And it was just something so little for us to do, but it was so big and impactful for Beth. And
yeah,
and I think that it went a long way. And And I'll add to that too, Matt, that not only, that first day of the gifts and all of that, but just the communication, making sure she was introduced to everyone,
Yeah.
making sure there wasn't anybody that walked by that she didn't meet. Because, everyone wants to feel welcomed and loved, right? And
Yeah.
and so and so I think just that piece of it was great. And then also, week two, it's the communication. It's stopping by the office. It's how you doing, Beth? Is there anything we can be doing differently? What do you need? Let me tell you, telling me what she needs because I
Yeah. You're the point person.
yeah. There's just you build that friendship, and it's going to go a long way. It
Yeah.
really. Yeah. So I think, really outside of that, you had asked, previously about our process. I think it's just really staying close to that person, 30, 90 days, and then really beyond. And just, communication, checking in, and not only from a business perspective, but, hey, Beth, how you doing? What's going on in your world? How was your weekend?
Yeah.
How are dogs this week? Whatever that looks like. It's just, and it's common sense. This is all stuff that's just common sense, right? People want to feel good.
Yeah. And I
So
think that's the thing. It's like, we're dealing with small businesses, and sometimes small businesses have limited, resources and all that kind of stuff. But just even getting flowers and a gift, and stuff that's personal to her, it makes the
yeah.
biggest difference. Even, when they're 2.5 years down the road, like the candidate can think, or, Beth's going to think, like, they took care of me when I started here. Like,
Right.
why wouldn't I do my best work for them and all that kind of stuff? And just so you guys know, I got a call from Natalie, and who's our recruiter, and
Yeah.
just called me and was like, "You are not going to believe what Kara and Bronco did for Beth." And like it was like she
Uh,
opened up presents on Christmas morning. So
yeah.
we just wanted to get on here and highlight you guys, highlight Bronco, an awesome firm, and and be able to kind of highlight all that you guys are doing, because it's incredible. And not, there's sometimes where we want to see that stuff work. So I just want to appreciate, or thank you for your time, but
Well,
because this is awesome.
thank you guys for doing a great job. You represented well. I mean, it was a slam dunk with Beth. I mean, it was just, Natalie, she really listened. She understood what we were looking for. She had some really good questions, and questions really that kind of pushed us out of our comfort zone, things that we
Yeah.
were like, well, so it's really, and what's so nice with you all, and is you're our coach, right? I mean, you're there to create this relationship. So obviously you want it to work because you benefit and we benefit. So
Absolutely.
I just say, when, for those that might be on the fence, really, we've hired you to advise us, so we need to follow your advice.